What's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, we have something pretty interesting to talk about. Now, most of you dudes should know that unfortunately critical mode is not in Kingdom Hearts 3 at all. In fact, this was some pretty surprising stuff to see, as mainly ever since Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, critical mode has pretty much become one of those staple point difficulties that many of us expect to be in a Kingdom Hearts game, upon release. It's been in every single installment since 2 Final Mix, the game that introduced critical mode. So a lot of us were surprised to see that critical was not in the game at all. There's not even a means of actually unlocking the mode in similar fashion to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, where you actually had to finish the game first, and then once you'd done that, you unlock critical. Yes, the hardest difficulty in KH3 is Proud. Now, there's been quite a lot of discussion surrounding the difficulty of Kingdom Hearts 3, with a lot of claims being thrown at the game towards it being simply too easy. Now, also keeping in mind that there is the option to turn on 0 XP across all 3 difficulties, Beginner, Standard, and Proud. Previously, this ability was only exclusive to critical mode, and that you could only do critical level 1 runs, but Kingdom Hearts 3 now opens up the doors to doing level 1 runs for all difficulties. This is actually pretty cool though in itself, because it gives more layers to the whole level 1 version of difficulty for Kingdom Hearts, providing, I guess, like different stages where you could start at level 1 beginner, get used to that, then work your way up to level 1 standard. Just gives more variety to difficulty overall, which is a really cool idea. But even with Proud level 1, people are still begging for that critical mode to be implemented, and of course with the recent mention of Nomura saying that DLC is something they want to do, with a lot of various smaller DLCs and one massive DLC that people will pay for, a lot of us have thought, well, surely one of the smaller pieces of DLC that Square will be offering for free surely should be critical mode, considering at this point this is probably the most wanted addition to the game. Now, although I do have a small portion of KH3 to go, overall my experience towards the game has been fairly easy, and yes, I am playing on Proud mode. Now, I haven't experienced the level 1 side of things just yet, but already with my experience with Kingdom Hearts 3 Proud mode, I'm already sitting there thinking that yes, critical is definitely something that should happen. Critical does introduce a lot of extra things that makes the challenge a little bit more, well, challenging compared to that of Proud. Things like your damage being slightly amplified, but in return it means that all enemies deal double damage to you. Now, I have heard that Proud mode actually does have the value of all enemies dealing double damage to you in similar fashion to critical mode. However though, if that is the case, if Kingdom Hearts 3 does receive a critical mode, then I don't know, amplify the damage received to something like 2.5 times. Also, I don't think I would want any sort of bonus towards the player strength also being increased towards dealing extra damage towards enemies. So rather than having a 1.25 times increase to damage output, just like previous critical modes, just don't worry about that whatsoever, just considering that Sora is pretty damn strong in Kingdom Hearts 3. You also get less MP, other things too, like having more AP upon starting the game, and having abilities early such as Leaf Bracer, Once More, Second Chance, etc. XP gains also reduce, meaning that you don't level up as frequently, and of course your starting HP is cut in half, as well as the total end HP as well. So you can see exactly why people are wanting this mode to be implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3. So this is where the cool stuff comes in. Recently, a user known as KeytoTruth, we mentioned him on the channel here before, he is known in the mod and hack community for Kingdom Hearts, recently discovered that there is actually an extra difficulty mode in the files of Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, it's not named critical mode, it's just simply a blank name, there's like nothing there. But if you select this mode, the HP value that you receive, which is the halved amount compared to that of Proud, suggests that yes, this is a potential critical mode. Now, this was discovered using save file editing using the Save Wizard for PlayStation 4, which is a program you can use to alter different save files for a variety of different games. But using this, you can actually change one of your save files to this difficulty. Now, a lot of people have been saying that this could actually be just remnants of critical mode from 0.2 Birth by Sleep. As we do know, critical mode was in 0.2 BBS, and that we do know that Kingdom Hearts 3 is using the exact same tech and assets as 0.2. It was sort of built upon 0.2. So it's very possible that this unknown mode could just be the remnants of critical mode from 0.2. But however, the HP value of critical mode for 0.2 is different to that of traditional crit, where you don't actually start with a halved HP amount. Now, you could argue that this is because Aqua starts at level 50 in 0.2 Birth by Sleep and not at, level 1. And this would make sense, yeah, considering that you do get thrown into like the midway levels. However, though, this is still a completely different HP value, which means that obviously someone had to change the HP value for that of Kingdom Hearts 3. So it kind of makes me think that at some point, someone actually decided to start working on critical mode and then just sort of scrapped the idea and left it just sort of lying there in the files, unselectable. Now, so far, Bizkit, KeytoTruth, as well as Dean have actually played through this unnamed mode, and based upon what I've seen, it seems to be that this unnamed critical mode is very similar to the way that Proud mode works, the same sort of parameters and values. The only difference here is obviously the halved HP amount and reduced MP. Otherwise, from what I've seen, it seems to all be very similar. Now, obviously, this is not an official difficulty, one that is clearly a prototype of sorts. And with it acting so similar to that of Proud mode, the way it's being described, I'd say that Proud mode was initially used as the base, and then of course the extra additions were added on, like the halved HP and reduced MP. I do think that this could suggest that critical mode at some point is going to get added. Square can just simply build off this unnamed difficulty and then add a few things, because this obviously does need some work. Personally, what I would like to see is quite a few other extra additions to Kingdom Hearts 3's version of critical that directly affects the situation command system, considering that this is sort of the glue towards the combat system in the game. Now, I've got a lot of opinions towards Kingdom Hearts 3, both good and bad, and trust me, in due time we will be talking about these. But what I can say is magic spam is a big problem in the game so far that I've noticed, and on top of it being so spammable, it's extremely strong, which those two things really don't go well together. On top of that too, with the situation command system, there is no resource cost or anything you have to sacrifice in order to use grand magic. So long as you are using magic in battle, a grand magic will appear in the situation command. And I would kind of like some sort of restriction or restraint. Maybe for grand magic, you do actually have to have at least a little bit of MP left in your MP bar, and that maybe grand magic will drain all MP. Also, maybe not so many situation commands being able to be stacked. I think you can have like a total of 4 or 5, so maybe restricting that down to say 2 or 3 would be good. I don't want the difficulty to be absolutely mind-bending hard, like, Dark Souls-esque shit. I definitely want a balanced critical mode, but one that will provide a significant challenge, one that is greater than Proud, because so far Proud really doesn't give you that hard edge that you're really looking for, just because there is so much combat variety in Kingdom Hearts 3, and behind a lot of it, there isn't a lot of restriction due to situation commands not actually needing a resource in order to activate them. The only things in Kingdom Hearts 3 that require a resource cost is both the shot lock, using standard magic, and links if you're into that, but honestly, why use links when you can use something pretty damn similar, which is known as attraction flow rides? So yeah, I think that if Square Enix are going to make a critical mode, there's like a lot of different areas and aspects they should focus on to restrict and sort of tone down, because I think that if you were to chuck in the normal parameters of, critical from Kingdom Hearts 2 or like Birth by Sleep, I don't think that's going to be enough. In fact, now talking about it, it sort of does make a little bit of sense as to why Square perhaps decided not to add in critical from the get-go. Maybe they've actually wanted to take some time to work on this mode to figure out what the best way is to make a critical mode for Kingdom Hearts 3, considering all of its new additions and features to combat. I think there should also be restrictions on, say, cooking, that you can't eat so many food items as well to receive so many buffs in return. There's a lot of different cool quirky things they could do to make the challenge just a little bit more challenging for critical. However, though, that's just my thoughts and opinions on the sort of difficulty situation, as well as, of course, this unnamed difficulty that has been found in the files, which suggests that it is some type of prototype critical mode for the game. In the comment section down below, guys, please do let me know your thoughts and opinions towards this. Do you guys want a critical mode DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3? Please do let me know. Now, guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you dudes are having a fantastic day, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.